Director, Frontal Agritech Private Limited from Javaid, Assam, who is gonna give us insightful thoughts about the export procedures for food products. Let's give him a huge round of applause.
I'd like to thank you all for attending today's session, and also to the organizers for giving me the opportunity to come all the way from Assam and deliver this lecture. It's not going to be a lecture actually. I'm just going to share my experience and knowledge in the field of exporting agricultural goods. And I'd like to thank my good friend Abdul. He was a classmate of mine. We are food technologists actually. Food technologists, long back we have done, and after a long period I am meeting him today. So I am thankful to the organizing committee for this chance also. See, I am Lina, as she has introduced already, and my company is Frontal Agritech Private Limited. And we are involved in exporting chili products from Northeast to different countries in the world for last 20 years. So I would just like to share my experience actually. I'm not a very good orator, or I'm not used to taking classes like Dr. Shahnaz. I'm not in the teaching line. I'm just a simple entrepreneur. And it was in 2005. Prior to that, after doing my master's in food technology from CFTI, I was working in the government of India in the field of agriculture marketing. But then later on, I decided to leave the job, and in 2005, actually the company Frontal Agritech Private Limited was formed. And we are involved in cultivation, means like farmers training, because those days, in 2005, we identified one crop which is grown primarily in the northeastern region, that is called ghost chili, and we call it good jolokia. Jolokia is the word for chili, and it was not grown commercially in the region, but it's a very special kind of chili. So we wanted to popularize the chili and introduce the chili to the world in those days. So we started sending some sample abroad to different buyers, just searched in the net and sorted out list out the buyer who are doing business with chili, and then we wrote to them and sent sample. So this is the uniqueness of the chili. It was not available anywhere in those days, and it was not commercially cultivated also. So then we started getting small order, and we had to train the farmers to go for commercial cultivation and exploring the international market. Okay. Then actually in those days, let's say simultaneously during 2007, the chili it was recognized as the hottest chili in the world, and it was included in the Guinness Book of World Record. And the beauty is, those days everyone got interested in the chili, and whoever searched in the net, since we were the only people who were handling the chili, automatically the buyers came to us. So that way we started. So it was a very gradual process, and we got a lot of advertisement, indirect advertisement through different news channels. Like we were interviewed by Wall Street Journal, then Associated Press, and we got worldwide advertisement that way. However, this export volume started increasing from 2005 actually, and many satisfied buyers we have right now. We are exporting to more than 25 countries. Initially we were sending small quantities, then gradually the market grew, and now we are sending the chilies to mostly to USA and some UK, European countries, Germany we send regularly, then also to South Africa, and it goes in container loads. Like earlier when we started, we had no idea because we were the first generation business people. We didn't know how to approach what certification is required, what registration is required to send our agricultural produce to different countries, especially to the developed countries. They are very strict with their regulations. So that when we first got a call like they need a container load of the dry chili, because our products are mainly dried, it's transportation for the transportation. We had no idea what can be the size of a container, like what is a container, how much quantity it can carry. Then later we had to search all these things and we came to know that there are 20 feet container, 40 feet container, and how much one container will carry our chili. That was also a big calculation for us, how to calculate the CBM, because we are sailing through by sea. It goes like earlier we saw the containers only in movies, in the dockyards we have seen the container. Then we came to know these are the containers through which our chili is going to USA. So those were the challenges, those were a very interesting part of the whole process. Then along with chili, we do chili products. We have, our products are, we send in whole pots, dried whole pots, powder, flakes, and some quantity of paste and mash also. Then we have, it is grown in northeast region, you see, turmeric, ginger, black pepper produced here. Then interestingly we got, since we had the buyers from USA, they got interested for and asked us for Kashmiri saffron. So what we did, we procured the saffron from Kashmir, took it to Assam, packed it in our company's logo, and we exported it to USA. So we have exported several kgs shipment to USA of your saffron. So that is one interesting part we have done. This I have already covered. This is the export map of our company from the market. We have exported to all these places in the world. Now actually our major buyer is USA, you see, then Europe and UK is already there. But then we have exported to part of places like New Zealand, Australia, Brazil is there, and also to China and Japan. Those are the countries for which we have exported so far. And in the whole process in the last 20 years, we got some recognition from the Government of India, Spices Board, which comes under Ministry of Commerce and Industries. We were recognized, we were awarded as the best exporter of spices from Northeast region for 6 consecutive years actually, 10, 11, 9, 10, 10, 11, 15, 16, 16, 17, 18, 19 and 19, 20. So this is our lockdown period. These two ideas, we are always interested to go into retail. So we registered 2 brands. That is, one is Flava and another one is Greenleaf Grow. Under Flava, we are marketing these products, our chili pickle, paste, sauce, powder and flakes in retail packing. And under Greenleaf Grow, we are actually manufacturing some hydroponic items. It's marketed through that brand. And then we do have some future plan for establishing a continuous chili sauce plant only for the export market. Then also to popularize some locally grown other vegetables and fruits. And also we plan to venture into natural vinegar. But in the meantime, we are also into ecotourism. So we have, the process is going on now. We want to enter the tourism field with self-sustainable food. Like we are already we have greenhouses. We are growing our vegetables and milk and all those products that we are already producing, and we want to make a total complete project where the guests can come, stay, have organically grown food products and enjoy the tea tourism of our place, and that is our current project going on. So these are photographs of some of the visitors we got from abroad, from Wall Street Journal and from Germany and UK and all. And these are some of the articles which are published all over the world about the cooking chili or Horticultural, whatever it's called, and in all these magazines and publications we were featured. So this is what Frontal Agritech Private Limited, our company, is doing, and I will now like to discuss about how to export the products. Like when we started, we had no idea how to export, but we were very sure that we'll go into the export market, we go to the market from where we can earn more revenue actually. It's very interesting to go for export market if you can produce quality product. So we are very strict about quality, and we were always exploring the developed countries. So that way we learned the procedures firsthand. It's not like theoretical thing. I'll share my experience how we actually, what are the things required. Okay, there are two basic type of exports, as you can see. There is traditional items and non-traditional items. Food was always there. Spice, we have been exporting from time immemorial. That spices going from India. So that way, non-traditional items are sugar, engineering products, and chemicals, and iron and steel. All those things are there. And then there is a foreign trade policy, FTP 2023. I will not go in depth on this because experts are there and all the informations are available in the internet. So whoever is interested to export agricultural or any other goods from India, they can search in the net. They will find what are the government policies now available, because government is giving a lot of emphasis in foreign trade. So I will not go in details on this, but the export procedure. See, when actually a country goes into exporting or importing, when the product is not available in an importer country, or if the production cost is very high for them to produce, like in the USA, labor cost is very high. So in that case, it is imported, and in that case, it gives us opportunity to export. And also, when we have some special kind of product in our country which is not available in the other countries, in that case also we go for that export, and import takes place. So there are different modes of export. There is direct export, indirect export, joint venture, so many ways. But what we are doing is we are doing direct export. Our company is doing direct export. So I will talk about direct export. This is the steps, like what is required. What is the process that happens during the process of exporting and importing a item. So like importer will contact the exporter about this is the item we need with this kind of quality, this kind of packaging material and all. And they will ask for a price quotation. If you give the price, the exporter sends the price to the importer, and then a lot of this thing like product specification, payment terms and condition, packaging material, what kind of packaging material, quality packaging material is required, all these things discussions, and then they come up to a point where pro forma invoice is generated. So once the pro forma invoice is generated and you get the payment, we do 100%, or sometimes we take some percentage of payment as advance and balance payment just before the goods leaves the country. That kind of agreement we come into. And then we prepare the products as per the requirement of the buyer. And there are so many export documents required. I'll come into that later on. Then the product we send it to the port. Like if it is an air cargo, then we send it to Kolkata or Delhi airport. Or if it is a sea cargo, ocean cargo, then it is sent to Kolkata or Mumbai. Mostly we send to Mumbai. Then for spices, actually what happens, spices board collects the sample at the port and they analyze it and they give us clearance. Only after getting the clearance from spices board, it goes for customs clearance. Then export takes place and product reaches the port of entry. Again, customs clearance takes place in the importing country and the product reaches the importer. This is the steps which is followed while exporting. So these are the documents, export documents, what is required. Invoice and packing list, of course. Then you have to be registered with BCFT for IC. So you should have export license from BCFT. Then also export from license from the promotion agency like tea board, coffee board, spices board. Since we are handling with spice, so we are registered with spices board. Then spice certificate of origin is required. And for export to European countries, we need RACS registration and also health certificate. Health certificate is given by Spices Board again for spice, and RACS registration is to be done at BCFT. Then MSDS is required, that is another material handling and data sheet. That these things. Then also FST registration is required for the FST is definitely it is compulsory, we have to have. Then ISO, halal, kosher, these are mandatory. And to export to USA, we need FDA registration. These are all the certifications and documents required to export the products. Then there are different Incoterms actually. What we are doing, our products mostly goes X work. In case of X work, export packaging is seller's responsibility. But other things, once the shipment leaves the factory, the buyer is responsible for all the steps. And sometimes we do CIF and SKUAST-K. Work with government organization. I have the experience of establishing my own company also. The kind of satisfaction that we get from this kind of venture, it is much higher than working for someone. So I'm very happy that what I have done in the last 20 years. And you see, we have around 1,000 of workers, regular employees in my company. And also we have some, we use some casual workers whenever there is more work. And then one day I realized, when we buy like packaging material, since we are in Assam, we need to depend for everything outside, okay? Like buying the packaging material as per the buyer's requirement means we need to bring it from Mumbai. That the industry who were making the packaging material for us, multi-layer packaging material, they were buying the raw material from Reliance Industries, okay? And then they made the small pouches, then they sent to us. Then we are buying our chilies from the small growers, from hills of Nagaland, from Assam. So those families who is cultivating the chili, they, from our this small venture, in comparison to the large industries, we are a small venture ours. But all these farmers also getting benefited, you see. Then my employees, of course, and myself, our company, so we are getting benefited definitely. In the whole process, even the big people like Reliance is also getting touched. That the truck driver who is carrying our goods to the port, so many people in spices port, the whole logistic process. When it reaches USA, suppose that buyer, everyone gets touched from by this small venture. The kind of satisfaction that we get from doing this kind of things, it compares it with nothing in the government sector actually. So I suggest that you people, since you are in food science, food is going to be there always, it is going to be needed. See, till human are there or animals are there, one should venture, one should find out what is the unique item of that locality, that place, like in Kashmir. Since we were in Assam, we identified that our chili. So you also have that kind of, you must be having that kind of, apart from saffron or apple, have to identify that item and explore new field. That will give you very good remuneration. If you can export, see the conversion of dollar, pound, euro is going every day up. So you should go for that, I feel personally. Then domestic market is always there, and in India, even which the quality which is not going in USA, it goes in India. We eat everything. So if we maintain quality at a certain level, there is market in India. Thank you, and this is all that I have to say. And if you want to know anything, any question, you can ask me. I'm there to.
Ma'am, I have heard about Naga Jolakya.
It's the same one which we are doing.
Madam, how do you handle it? For example, it can be touched with naked hand.
You
This 400 times is better than our chili.
Yeah, it is hot, of course.
How do you handle it? 400 times better means that it will be harmful to our hand.
We have been eating it for time immemorial, you see. Then there is gloves, of course, and now people are handling it for so many years, they are used to it now. So once you get used to it...
Madam, is both Jolakya and Naga Jolakya same? Actually,
Yeah, it is
I have
same.
heard this in Karotpati on Banega Commission. I have heard it.
Okay, it is the same. Actually, Bhut Jolakya we call in Assam as Bhut Jolakya. Jolakya is
In local language.
chili. Yeah. And this Jolakya word was introduced to the world by our company. We popularized it. We didn't want to go for the word chili since it's an English word, so we wanted the authentic word to be there. And now it has become common Jolakya.
Jolakya is in the Western Dictionary.
Yes.
Jolokia, which is now in the Western Dictionary. And Jolakya that we have introduced in 2005.